Welcome, my fellow horror enthusiasts, to a place where shadows crawl and whispers echo with the chills of 1,000 nightmares. Tonight we venture into the desolate ruins of forgotten towns, places where the living fear to tread and the dead refuse to leave. We'll uncover the mysteries of 3 ghost towns, each with a tale so chilling it will send shivers down your spine. If you find yourself captivated by the darkness, drawn in by the promise of a good scare, then hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Now, let's begin our journey into the heart of fear. Nestled deep within the isolated valleys of the American West, far from the comforting glow of city lights, lies the ghost town of Silent Hill. Once a bustling mining town, Silent Hill met its demise when a devastating fire ripped through its mines, claiming the lives of nearly every inhabitant. Now, only whispers of the town's tragic past remain, carried on the wind that moans through the crumbling buildings. Many say the fire was no accident, but rather a deliberate act of revenge from a disgruntled miner. Driven to madness by grief and rage after losing his family in a mining accident, the vengeful spirit is said to still haunt the ruins, forever seeking retribution for the injustice he suffered.
Imagine, if you will, the sun sinking below the horizon, casting long, eerie shadows across the deserted streets of Silent Hill. The only sounds that break the unsettling silence are the creaking of rusted swings in the old playground and the mournful howl of the wind whistling through the shattered windows of abandoned homes.
A lone traveler drawn by curiosity and a thirst for adventure stumbles upon the forgotten town. He parks his car at the edge of town, the silence pressing in on him like a physical weight. Undeterred, he grabs his camera, eager to capture the haunting beauty of this forgotten place. He begins to explore, his footsteps echoing in the silence as he passes the dilapidated saloon, its swinging doors groaning rhythmically in the wind. He photographs the crumbling schoolhouse, imagining the laughter of children that once filled its halls, now replaced by the whisper of ghosts.
As darkness descends, the temperature plummets, sending a shiver down his spine. He feels an uneasy presence, a prickling sensation at the back of his neck. He senses that he is not alone. He turns a corner, his flashlight beam illuminating the ghostly silhouette of a man standing at the end of the street. The figure is shrouded in shadow, his features indistinguishable. The traveler's heart pounds in his chest as he raises his camera, snapping a photo. The flash momentarily pierces the darkness. But when the traveler lowers the camera, the figure is gone. He scans the street, his pulse quickening, but finds nothing. Unsettling calm washes over him, broken only by the sound of his own ragged breathing. He checks his camera, eager to see if he captured an image of the mysterious figure.
As he flips through the photos, his blood runs cold. There, in the last photo, standing in the middle of the street, is the unmistakable figure of a man. His face is obscured by shadows, but the hatred that burns in his eyes is unmistakable. The traveler's breath catches in his throat as he notices something else, something that chills him to the bone. Our next tale takes us further into the heart of forgotten America, to a desolate stretch of highway in the Nevada desert, where the wind whispers tales of vanished souls and a town swallowed by secrets. They call it Black Hollow, a ghost town haunted by a mystery as deep and unforgiving as the mines that once sustained it. Black Hollow earned its name not from the coal that fueled its economy, but from the inexplicable disappearances that plagued the town in its final years. Miners, their families, even those just passing through, would vanish without a trace, swallowed whole by the oppressive silence of the desert. Some whisper of an ancient evil lurking beneath the town, a hungry entity preying on the unsuspecting.
Picture now, if you will, a young couple, Emily and Jake, their laughter echoing through the desolate streets of Black Hollow. Enthusiasts of the paranormal, they've come seeking evidence of the supernatural, drawn to the town's grim history. Armed with cameras and EMF readers, they're determined to document the truth behind the chilling legends. They set up camp on the outskirts of town, the setting sun casting an eerie orange glow over the dilapidated buildings.
The wind whistles through the skeletal remains of the town, creating a symphony of eerie sounds that send shivers down their spines. As darkness envelops the town, they venture deeper into its heart, their flashlights cutting through the oppressive darkness. They explore the abandoned mine shaft, Its entrance, a gaping maw that seems to breathe with an unnatural chill. The air grows heavy with the scent of damp earth and something else, something metallic and ancient.
Emily's EMF reader crackles to life, its lights flashing erratically. Jake feels a cold spot, a sudden drop in temperature that makes his breath catch in his throat. Undeterred, they press on, their voices echoing in the cavernous space. They discover an old minecart, rusted and covered in cobwebs, its wooden frame rotten with age. As Emily reaches out to touch it, a blood-curdling scream pierces the silence.
Jake whirls around, his heart pounding in his chest, to see Emily vanish into thin air. One minute she's there, the next she's gone, swallowed by the shadows as if she never existed. Panic surges through Jake as he calls out for Emily, his voice echoing unanswered in the cavernous space. He searches frantically, his flashlight beam dancing over the rough-hewn walls, but she's gone. He stumbles out of the mine, his mind racing, his heart hammering against his ribs. Our final destination tonight takes us to the desolate plains of the American Midwest, to a place where the veil between our world and the next is stretched thin, where the wind carries the screams of the damned. They call it Raven's Peak, a ghost town shrouded in an oppressive silence, a silence broken only by the cawing of ravens that circle overhead, their black wings blotting out the sun.
Legend has it that Raven's Peak was once a peaceful Native American settlement until the arrival of gold-hungry prospectors who, blinded by greed, slaughtered the inhabitants and claimed the land as their own.
The spirits of the slain villagers, fueled by a righteous anger that burns even in death, are said to haunt the town, seeking vengeance on anyone foolish enough to step foot within its cursed borders. Imagine, if you will, a group of thrill-seeking teenagers, drawn to Raven's Peak by its sinister reputation and the promise of a good scare. They arrive in the dead of night, their laughter echoing through the empty streets, their car headlights illuminating the crumbling facades of buildings reclaimed by nature. They are young, reckless, and oblivious to the danger that lurks in the shadows.
They break into the old church, its stained glass windows shattered, moonlight spilling through the gaping holes in the roof. The air inside is thick with dust and decay, the silence heavy with unspoken words. They spray paint graffiti on the walls, desecrating the once sacred space, their laughter echoing through the hollow halls.
As they explore the town, they notice strange occurrences. Objects moving on their own, disembodied whispers carried on the wind, the feeling of being watched by unseen eyes. They dismiss it all as pranks, their youthful arrogance blinding them to the truth. One by one, they begin to experience vivid hallucinations, their worst fears taking shape in the darkness. The leader of the group, a cocky young man named Dylan, sees the spirits of the slain villagers, their faces contorted in rage, their eyes burning with an eerie green light. They reach out for him with skeletal hands, their voices a chorus of whispers that chill him to the bone. He tries to run, but his legs are filled with lead. He stumbles and falls, the ghostly figures closing in on him. His friends, witnessing his terror, try to pull him away, but it's too late. The spirits descend upon him, their icy fingers digging into his flesh, their rage palpable. His screams echo through the empty streets, a terrifying symphony of pain and fear. His friends watch in horror as he is dragged into the shadows, his screams abruptly cut short.
They flee the town in terror, the image of Dylan's demise seared into their minds. They drive through the night, desperate to put as much distance as possible between themselves and the cursed town.
So there you have it, 3 chilling tales from ghost towns that stand as haunting reminders of the darkness that can linger in forgotten places. Remember, these are just a few of the countless ghost stories scattered across the globe. If you enjoyed tonight's journey into the shadows, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Share it with your fellow horror enthusiasts, and subscribe to our channel for more spine-chilling content. And don't forget to hit that bell icon so you never miss a new upload. Until next time, my fellow horror hounds, sleep tight and beware the shadows.